The 5 distressing trends facing men in relationships today. Introduction. Research shows that women are obsessed with mystery, and they pursue it with their money and with their time. Lots of it. You see, the Harry Potter series is far and away the highest selling series of novels ever. They were written by British author J.K. Rowling. The series has sold at least 500 million copies, and this is 150 million more than the next highest selling series. And these numbers were as of November 2020. The Harry Potter movie series, and there were 8 of them, have earned a grand total of $7.7 billion with a total budget of $1.2 billion. In Hollywood films, mystery has climbed other genres, and it now commands almost 20% of the movie market share. And this number continues to go up. The highest grossing mystery film of all times was The Joker in 2019, and it earned a box office of over $1.72 billion. Meanwhile, wives are the ones who most often file for divorce, at 66% on average. This figure has soared to nearly 75%. Researchers estimate that 41% of all first marriages end in divorce. 60% of second marriages end in divorce. 73% of all third marriages end in divorce. The United States has the 6th highest divorce rate in the world. Every 13 seconds, there is one divorce in America. That equates to 277 divorces per hour and 6,646 divorces per day, and 46,523 divorces per week. Over a 40-year period, 67% of first marriages terminate. Among all Americans 18 years of age or older, whether they have been married or not, 25% have gone through a marital split. 15% of adult women in the United States are divorced or separated today, compared with less than 1% in 1920. Areas covered. Number 1, big picture market information. Number 2, the 5 distressing trends for men in relationships today. Number 3, the buying criteria. Number 4, the 5 things to look for when seeking a gift for your lady. Number 5, facts about InvigorLove.com. Number 6, our mission. And number 7, a bonus. Big picture market information. The marriage rate has reached an all-time low in 2019. Meanwhile, America's so-called marriage divide is only widening. College-educated and economically better off Americans are more likely to marry and stay married. But working class and poor Americans face more family instability and higher levels of singleness. For Americans in the top third income bracket, 64% are in an intact marriage, meaning they have only married once and are still in their first marriage. In contrast, only 24% of Americans in the lower third income bracket are in an intact marriage, according to an analysis by Dr. Wendy Wang, PhD, Director of Research for the Institute of Family Studies, of the 2018 census data. Dr. Wang said all signs point to a continuing downward trend for new marriages, on top of the already record high share of never married adults. Americans are postponing their marriage plans because of the pandemic. The initial state-level data suggests that a dramatic decline in marriage certificates filed during the COVID-19 crisis. Given that can't afford a wedding and not having a stable job ranked high on the reasons why today's singles are not married, it is reasonable to predict that fewer singles will tie the knot amidst a pandemic when financial distress is high. This sobering news about marriage puts a damper on our hope for the future of American families. With the rates of both divorce and marriage dropping in America, we expect to see the marriage divide deepen and poor and working class Americans increasingly disconnected from the institution of marriage. The impact of this disconnection in our family lives can be destructive, which makes it an issue that policymakers, community leaders, and scholars should continue to pay attention to. End of quote. Now the 5 distressing trends facing men in relationships today. Number 1, the number of married couples in 1960 was 40.2 million, when the U.S. had a population of 180 million people. In 2020, the number of married couples is only 62.3 million. This means that in 60 years, the net number of married couples has increased by only 22 million. Please remember that the population has doubled in that time. And so this is a result of the high divorce rate in America today. Number 2, the average length of a marriage today is 8.2 years. This number is unchanged from 40 years ago. This means we have not remedied whatever factors are causing such a high rate of divorce. Just think that the average length of marriage in Rome is almost 16 years, double the American rate. Number 3, the cost of a divorce in America has now climbed to $15,500. But the cost, this cost fails to measure the emotional burden of the divorce, not to mention its effects on the children involved. Experts expect this cost to continue to rise. So now we'll hit a day someday where some people will not be able to afford their divorce. Number 4, the marriage rate has slipped to its lowest in history since the data started being recorded. In 1970, the marriage rate was 85.5. That number is now only 33.2, with very little hope for any meaningful rebound. And so we continue to grow technologically as well as economically, but we continue to struggle with the relationship factor. Number 5, mystery entertainment has exploded exponentially, driven mostly by women. The Amazon mystery book section has exploded to number 2 book sales on Amazon Kindle. J.K. Rowling has sold well over 500 million of her mystery books, Harry Potter, and each of the Harry Potter movies has approached nearly $1 billion in worldwide ticket receipts. This explosion is independent of relationship satisfaction, which the evidence shows in marriage statistics remain a major challenge. Now the buying criteria. The 5 things to look for when seeking a gift for your lady. Number 1, a gift must add mystery to your relationship. She's inherently obsessed with mystery. You see, in the olden days, you would have to leave the cave and you would leave her with the children. She was expecting you to go out and to discover some of the mysteries of this world and then to share them with her on your return. Those instincts remain today. and we must feed them, but in a more modern sense. Number 2, when you're buying a gift, your gift must be different from what most guys buy. The moment you settle into doing what the average guy does, you start slipping in your relationship. You see, men are walking mysteries waiting to unfold, but most men have not realized this truth. They settle for the role of the average guy, the everyday guy. You better express your ticket to Mysteryland before she starts eyeing, yes, that mysterious fella. Number 3, when you buy a gift, your gift must eradicate staleness that is continuously trying to poison your relationship. I mentioned early in this report that the average length of a marriage in America today is 8.2 years. What happens over time in our relationships? Do you know what is stated as the most common reason given for divorce? Lack of commitment. According to the data, lack of commitment is given as the reason for divorce in 78% of cases. Lack of commitment? Lack of commitment to what? To whom? This is clearly evidence of the cooling off of intensity in the relationship over time. Yes, staleness is ruining our relationships. Staleness is slowly penetrating our relationships and wreaking havoc in its path, but only if you let it. Number 4, when you're buying a gift for your lady, she must have access to that gift 24/7. That means it must be accessible to her, in her hand, on her cell phone, and always. Whenever she feels like accessing it, she is begging you for the opportunity to be dialed in to you always. But if you don't realize this, then you can never fulfill on it. Number 5, when you're buying a gift for your lady, your gift must contain continuous mystery potential built into that gift. This means you must buy her a gift that you can use to surprise her at your will, where she will never settle into thinking that you are predictable. Look, if you ever become predictable to her, you are dead in the water. This will force her to seek her mysteries elsewhere, and this will start your slow undoing in this most precious relationship that you have invested in so much and you have come to treasure and to hold so dearly. Okay, facts about InvigorLove.com, the sponsor of this research. InvigorLove.com has looked into the world, and we have discovered what women really want, and not what they say they want, but what they consume, and what they devour, what they invest their money and time into. The data reveals women are obsessed with mystery, and they cannot get enough of it. And so InvigorLove is your express train to Mysteryland. InvigorLove.com is your mystery channel for her. InvigorLove.com is your answer to give her what she wants and desperately demands. We create love sites. These are one-page websites that is built for one purpose only, for you to feed the mysteries she so craves. You get a greeting addressed to her from you. We equip you with a countdown clock. Here you can build mystery credentials in your relationship. You may decide, for example, that you may want to take her on a ride to the winery, in the adjacent county, for example. Once you have arranged the date and time, simply contact us and we will start a countdown clock to that event on her website. And then we will send her the link to her website. She will die in anticipation just watching those seconds counting down to your date with her. This is heartbeat here. This is adrenaline here. This is anticipation here. This is physiology taking place in your relationship. Invigilove.com equips her love site, you see, mini documentaries of interesting people and topics, such as Princess Di and the Titanic story. We also produce original poetics that will snatch her emotionally for you, revealing your mysterious prowess, you see. This can work for you on autopilot. That will add to your mystery, your unpredictability, and your creative genius. You see, God did not bundle all the mysterious guys and ship them off to Hollywood. Now you have this powerful insight to incorporate into your relationship. And now the mission of Invigilove.com. Invigilove.com's mission is assurance to the afflicted. You see, most men have not learned what women are seeking. And so they are afflicted with non-misery. These men are. And staleness is settling in nicely in their relationships to ruin it. Invigilove.com was created to solve this problem, to crush the staleness that grows in relationships and that results in the crashing and burning of too many relationships. Invigilove.com is your mystery channel. We thought of calling it Mystery Love, but that name would be too obvious for her to see what you're up to. And so we didn't want to let her in on your secret weapon. Visit Invigilove.com. Now the bonus. I'm comparing Mystery Man to regular guy. So there are two people. Mystery Man, one hand. On the other hand, regular guy. Mystery Man wins the ladies. Regular guy gets talked about to his mother-in-law by his lady. Mystery Man adventures to the mysterious. Regular guy goes to the movies to see Mystery Man. Mystery Man glides through the air. Regular guy is anchored to the ground in his Toyota. Mystery Man gets books written about him. The regular guy's wife goes to bed with the mystery book. Mystery Man accomplishes the impossible. The regular guy has surrendered to reality. Mystery Man is sought after by mortals. Regular guy does not believe in immortality. Mystery Man broadens his horizons. Regular guy is Mr. Play It Safe. Mystery Man looks in the mirror and he sees the impossible. Regular guy avoids the mirror. Mystery Man, Vegas. Regular guy, the Jersey Shore. Thank you.